This video is sponsored by Squarespace.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be shooting in this beautiful hut. And yeah, I'm very excited. We were going to test out a film camera that I just got, but it's way too dark in here, so we're gonna have to skip that. I will be shooting on my Canon 5D Mark IV. And yeah, let's get into it. On today's video, I'm going to be telling you how I deal with low light on locations if I'm not using flash and just natural available light. I will be giving you tips throughout, and then towards the end of the video, I will be showing you the raw original images, as well as I will be showing you how I balance the lighting in the pictures, because sometimes it can be very harsh highlights and very strong shadows, and I want to show you how I tackle that using masks in Lightroom. So stick around and let's get right into the video. I think let's get you to sit down because I think it's like too dark to be standing. Maybe, you know what if you're in the corner there? Yeah. Let's see. Oh, it's not too bad actually. Nothing in high ISO can't fix. We're on ISO 2500 f2.8 and 1/25 of a second. Let me see. It's cute. Just forgot how slow the focusing on my 5D is. Beautiful. Love. Let me see. Let's make sure it's bright enough. Looks pretty good. I'm surprised actually. I thought it was gonna be way too dark, but it looks good. I'm gonna boost the ISO a bit more. It's beautiful. I'm surprised. Ask and you shall receive. Oop, there we go. Perfect. That's really pretty. Beautiful. This camera is so heavy. Ow. Oh yeah, that's really cool. I love this. It's a great angle. Beautiful. That looks great. I would love to get some sort of like portrait style photo of you. Maybe if you like, I'm just trying to see where the light is the best. I feel like maybe let's just sit on the couch here. Okay. I think the light is gonna be, it's kind of almost like it's the brighter here. What if you just plop? Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. I think I can sit on this. Might be the best. And then let's see. Beautiful. Just not loving the background. I'm just thinking maybe, let me see if, what if your face is like here and you're almost like half laying down? Because that would be kind of cute as well. Oh, do you know what? This is actually cute. That's not exactly what I meant, but this is actually really nice. No, say like, I actually really like this. Just have a tag sticking from the bottoms. Oh, okay. Perfect. Love. That's really nice. Yes, perfect. Oh, love that. The light here is actually very cool. Let me just see the light first. Quick. Yeah, that's nice. Cool. Looks great. Yes, that's exactly what I meant. Perfect. That's fair. Same. Beautiful. Looks great. That's so beautiful. What if you put it up even a little bit higher? That looks great though. Yes. Beautiful. No, it looks great though. You're doing great. Sometimes you shoot with people and like, they're the most beautiful people and I just can't get a single pose out of them.
Sometimes I feel like that happens with me.
No, you're amazing. You have a lot of poses. It's great. Because you like naturally and it just whatever you do looks nice, and sometimes people just try things and you're like, I'm like that. I'm like, I take a picture of myself and I'm like, oh fuck, this looks so bad. Struggle. Like a smidget of light coming through. It's not a lot though. Beautiful. So whenever I am faced with a situation like this where I'm struggling with a little bit of light, I always make sure to consider a few things. First, I am not really super afraid to boost my ISO up. I know it can affect the quality of the image, but to be honest, it never affects it bad enough for me to notice the difference. And I also add a lot of grain in post-processing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And then secondly, setting my white balance for really warm, it adds a lot of warmth into the photo, so I can see a better idea of what to expect when you're working post-production afterwards. So that's definitely another thing that I always do whenever I take photos in situations like this. Up on your leg as well a little bit. Perfect. Beautiful. I'd love to see a little bit more of the other leg because it's already covered. Oh shit, it's beautiful.
You're getting this whole footage.
Oh, just randomly. Yes, beautiful thing. Beautiful. Perfect. I think what we can also do is we can move this little chair a bit more into the light here and we can get you to like, sit down in this instead of being on there.
One thing that I find super important when working with low light is to find the light source and be as close to it as possible. So as you see here, I kept the entire shoot pretty close to the window. We were shooting at the bed at first, but it was pretty gloomy, so I decided to move her closer to the actual balcony. I actually got her to sit on the chair, and as you saw with the first look, she was on the sofa right next to the window as well. So having that source of light and being close to it is absolutely crucial. I always try and experiment with my light as much as possible. I move my model around because sometimes you might not think that a certain light situation is going to work, or maybe it's kind of counterintuitive to use it if it's, for example, backlit, but sometimes you can be very surprised and it can end up looking really, really good. So definitely try and move your model around a little. I thought I would take a second and show you guys how the original images look like as well, so you have a better idea of what to expect. I was shooting on ISO 3200, which is pretty high, especially for the 5D Mark IV. It's an older camera. It's not pin sharp by any means, but I think the images actually look great. As I mentioned, the focusing isn't great on the system anyway, and I've had this camera for 8 years. So I think this is a pretty solid effort for how it turned out. So I wouldn't be afraid to boost your ISO and just really go for it, especially if you have a mirrorless camera nowadays. They're so good. I just wanted to say that, when you're shooting with conditions like this, you will end up having loads of really harsh highlights and very extreme shadows, like in this picture here. And that's something that I will be addressing in post-processing. I'm not really going to get into it too much because I've done many similar videos like this about presets and so on. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys how I go about it. I have this picture here that I wanted to talk to you about because it's kind of an interesting half and half, and it happens to me a lot where half of the image is brighter because she's sitting by the window, and then the other half is darker because obviously the window the light from the window doesn't reach where her head is, so it kind of creates a little bit of an unbalance. So I'm going to use some presets. I'm just going to use my Swim Workshop presets because it's still my favorite pack of presets actually that I've ever released, even though it's not available other than with the workshop. But anyway, I'm going to make this image a little bit brighter. And as you see from the get-go, it actually looks pretty good, but what bothers me is the fact that the bottom of her body is like perfectly exposed and then the top is darker, as I mentioned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a mask. I'm going to go into Lightroom masking, and I'm going to select linear gradient. And the reason why I want to do that is because it's perfect for that and so easy. I'm going to drag the linear gradient just across here. You don't have to be super specific. The line isn't super harsh. It doesn't like create a strong bend between the two colors or whatever. So as you see here, I'm going to brighten up the top part of the body, and I think the ideal situation is I want to even out the top and the bottom. It doesn't have to be like the perfect brightness or whatever. I will address it afterwards, but I think this is pretty good. It will reduce the saturation because a lot of the time when you do masking and stuff, the darker parts will be more saturated when you brighten them. I don't know why, but that's just the way it is. So I will bring down the saturation quite significantly, maybe -40, which seems like a lot, but it seems like it actually works very well with the body. And once I have that, I'm going to go back and bring up the exposure for the entire body again, and then maybe go back to the mask and just brighten it ever so slightly, maybe a little bit more. And then you can also move it around and see if there's like any areas where it looks better. Okay, and then we're going to go back a little bit, and then if we are not happy with the blacks, we can always increase the blacks as well if they're too bright, shadows and so on, but that's another story. Just show you a quick before and after with the mask and without the mask because I think it's pretty interesting. There you go. So as you see, we removed quite a lot of saturation. Maybe if you don't want to remove as much, you could probably bring back a little bit more color. I think that's actually a good medium. And here you go, a little before and after. As you see, it's a very quick fix, but it does make a huge difference to the image. So I highly recommend you guys play around with masks. If you want to let me know, I can do a whole video about masking because I think it's such a powerful tool in Lightroom that a lot of people overview or they don't even know about. And it's definitely worth checking out. So let me know what you think.
It's time to have a word from our sponsor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Squarespace offers intuitive tools to build websites as unique as your art. One of the features that I'm absolutely thrilled about is the Fluid Engine. With its next generation website design system, unlocking unbreakable creativity has never been easier. Starting with a best-in-class template, you can customize every design detail effortlessly using the reimagined drag and drop technology. It's seamless on both desktop and mobile, allowing you to stretch your imagination online. For someone like me who values a unique, visually stunning website, Fluid Engine is a game changer. And photographers, listen up. Squarespace isn't just about beautiful websites. It's also a powerful tool for selling your photography. With the online store features, whether it's physical prints or digital downloads, Squarespace provides everything you need to start selling online. It's like having your own photography store at your fingertips. Now, here's something that sets Squarespace apart: appointments. Accept booking for its private sessions, workshops, or group classes directly on your website. Manage your schedule, accept secure payments, and even send automatic reminders. It's a lifesaver for us photographers who wear multiple hats. And speaking of showcasing your work, Portfolios and Galleries feature is a dream for photographers. Professional designs, customizable galleries, and the option to add password-protected pages. It's the perfect platform to present our visual stories to the world. But wait, there's more. Monetize your creativity with member areas. Sell exclusive access to sections of your website, turning your passion into a source of income. It's like having your own VIP section for your most dedicated followers.
Now, I know you're eager to get started. Head to squarespace.com/Anita for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you'll receive 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
So, fellow photographers, make your online presence as stunning as your photography. I will see you on Squarespace. Guys, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm actually really surprised with how good the photos came out considering how little light we had. Make sure to follow my beautiful model as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!